Hey, what's up, you guys? Good to be back. It's good to be back once again. And this is 7 games that should port to modern day consoles. Number 1, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Now, Metal Gear Rising follows the collapse of the Patriots from Metal Gear Solid 4. Raiden works for a private security firm, but is soon thrust into a vengeance-driven plot after being beaten and heavily damaged in the beginning of the game. Now, in terms of its gameplay style, it's unlike any traditional stealth Metal Gear game, though you are able to stealth kill in certain aspects of the game. But this is a spin-off, and is a high-octane action game focused on using a katana, combining combos, parrying, I love the parrying in this game, and a special blade mode to dismember enemies. I love this mode so much. It's almost like you can cut the goddamn game. But this is one game I would love to see come to PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series S, X, or even just PC in an upgraded stance. Number 2. Next up, we have Ratchet Deadlocked. Now, from my understanding, I believe that Ratchet Deadlocked was ported to the PlayStation 3 at some point. I haven't been able to purchase that game on my PlayStation 3, but I would love to see this game ported over to PlayStation 5. I don't think this was an Xbox game, but let's just focus on PlayStation 5. I would love for this game to be ported over to PlayStation 5. Now, as far as the game's story, it's Ratchet, Clank, and Big Al. They're abducted and forced to the fight, and I believe it was called the Dread Zone or the Deadlock or whatever you want to call it. But the gameplay emphasizes intense, fast-paced shooting with a smaller, highly customizable weapon set and combat bots that you're able to upgrade from level 1 all the way up to, I believe, level 9. My favorite guns were just the dual pistols, and they eventually turned into dual automatic pistols, I believe. But I wasn't able to fully purchase this game back then. I was only able to rent it because, I didn't have money when I was a child. But this was one of those games that I 100%ed over and over again on the PlayStation 2. And yeah, this is just one of those games I would love to see ported over to PlayStation 5 with some nice good trophies with a platinum on top of that. Number 3. Another game that I would love to see ported over to PlayStation 5. It doesn't even have to be like, fresh new graphics or anything like that. It could just simply be ported over to the freaking game. Is God Hand. This game, I've only been able to see clips and little snippets of people playing this game because where I live, I wasn't able to find this game over here on the west side of Chicago. I don't know. Not even in Blockbuster, back when Blockbuster was up and booming. But this is a sort of 3D beat 'em up game with some really stylized moves using your God Hand. I think it was like his right hand that turned into like this bright yellow, like sort of a Nero arm, but since he came out first, I guess it would be his arm. But based on like what I saw with the gameplay, and I think this was made by Capcom, or at least published by Capcom, there are some really nice signature moves that you can do with certain enemies and bosses within the game, and I would just love to see this game ported over. Just one good time. Just give me some good trophies with this too, please. Number 4, The Suffering. So this is a PS2, I want to say third-person shooter that came out in 2004, I believe. But the first time I was actually able to play this game was in 2005. I was like 7 years old. Don't know how I was able to stomach this game back then, but the action kept me hooked into the game. It's an action horror PS2 game where you play as Torque, I believe his name was. He's a death row inmate trying to survive a monster-filled haunted prison on Carnet Island. And from what I remember, he always had like the signature shotgun that like kind of blew all the enemies back. It was so addicting to me as a kid. And even though I was really terrified of the game, I had to push through and see exactly what went down. But eventually I ran into a puzzle. Mind you, I was not very good at puzzles when I was a kid. I ran into a puzzle and eventually took the game back to Blockbuster because I was mad that I couldn't get past a certain part. And from what I remember, I think you had some sort of moral system attached to that game as well. But yeah, The Suffering is another game that I think that you guys should take a look at, or at the very least PlayStation's report over with some trophies. Number 5, we have Lost Planet Extreme Condition. Now, we could either have Lost Planet 1 or Lost Planet 2. For the sake of which one I haven't played the longest, that will be Lost Planet 1 back on the Xbox 360. So Lost Planet, it's an intense, fast-paced combat against alien creatures. I think their name was like acrids or something like that. These were like these big yellow creatures. Not yellow. These were like these big creatures with like yellow critical spots that you were supposed to shoot. And I remember this game being extremely just gifted in the graphic department from like just back in 2006, 2007. Now, the graphics weren't extremely crazy back then if you're talking about now, but when I was a kid, like 8 years old, this game had some of the most greatest graphics that I've seen in my entire life. Another thing that's really special about Lost Planet is that you're able to jump into like this sort of mech suit, and it basically enables you to be able to fight against bigger alien creatures that you can't really take on as just a regular human. There were some monsters that were so huge, like if you like get hit by one of them like just once, you'd be dead instantly. But this is just one of those games I would love for them to port over to PlayStation 5 and 4. I think it's already like available on Xbox Series S or X, but I'm not on there. I'm on PlayStation, so like let's port it over to PlayStation, please. But number 6. Now this one, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for, because this isn't really, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? It hasn't been positively received in terms of the Final Fantasy fanfare. Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII. Man, this was a game. This was actually my very first Final Fantasy game that I was able to beat when I was a kid. Now, if you've followed my channel for a couple of months or whatever the case may be, you've noticed that I just got into turn-based RPG games like on an extreme level. But I really love the gunplay in this game. It's not like anything crazy, but I just loved how you could customize Valentine's, like his pistol. His you can make it like a long barrel, short barrel. I think you can add like certain like automatic things to it, and then you can basically tweak certain attributes on top of that. The bosses seem to be really cool to fight. I think that there was a moment where Valentine had like this rage mode where he had like wings and you could fly around. And I think that if you do like a certain selection of things within the story, you're able to unlock like the actual ending of Valentine's story. And you had to go into like this weird interdimensional like space, not space, but it was like the final boss. But I remember this part where you had to like, I forgot what it was, but you had to, you stayed in your sort of demon form and you were like flying around. It's a very faint memory that I have of Dirge of Cerberus, but I do remember beating it and being extremely happy about it. But I would love to see this game ported over some type of way. It doesn't really need a remake, that just give me the little remastered version of it. I'll be fine with that. But I know they're not gonna do it, but please do it. And last but certainly not least, Castlevania Lament of Innocence. Or Lament of Innocence. This game came out in 2003 and is a 3D action adventure hack and slash game that's developed by Konami, obviously. But this was a game that I saw one of my childhood friends play when I first visited his house when I was like 8 years old. And I remember looking at the game that his dad was playing, and it just looked really familiar. And I remember him going like tower to tower to fight these endless enemies. And when he actually let me play the game it just felt so natural to play, but I didn't know what the game was called until years later when I grew even more love for Castlevania back then. And I just remember not being able to find this game at any GameStop, no matter where I tried to look for it. Now, I would even say that I had the same issue with Mega Man X7 finding that, but that was easier than finding this game back then. And since this is like nowhere to be found, I'm surprised that Konami didn't put this on some sort of collection, but I would love to see this game ported over to modern day consoles today. So those are the 7 games that I would love to see ported over to modern day consoles as of today, or specifically PlayStation 5. I know that PlayStation is getting a little greedy now, but I would love to see these games ported over to this game in some way, shape, or fashion. If you guys have any games that you would love to see brought back to life, let me know that in the comment section below. Be sure to like or dislike the video. It's to your liking as always. And hit your boy up with that subscribe. Yeah. Because I need that. Peace.